Alright, in this lesson we're going to be talking about how to read this ruler, how the different scales work, and how to find the midpoint of any fraction or measurement on this ruler. So when we're looking at these rulers, you'll see that each one of these lines are called hatch or hash marks. They're kind of used interchangeably. And if we look right here, at the end of this this side of the ruler is our scale here. So this says 8, so that means that each one of these hatch marks are 1/8 of an inch. That means there's going to be 8 of them within this 1 inch area. And another indicator we can see here is that the whole inch amount, this line comes the whole way across this ruler. The half-inch amount, the hatch mark for that, comes down the next farthest. The quarters come down to this line right here. So that would be the 1/4 and 3/4 area. And then the eighths are the shortest ones, which stop at this first line. So that would be at 1, 3, 5, and 7. If we look at the other side here, this is our 16th scale. So that means that each one of these, there's 16 of these hatch marks within each inch. So if we needed to go 7/16, you could count 7 individual lines, or you could know that a half an inch is 8/16 and just to count back 1. Especially the closer that you get to any of the whole inch amounts, it's a little bit easier to count backwards rather than to count forwards. If I know that I'm going to be looking for something at 7/8 of an inch, all you have to do is know that the whole inch would be 8/8 and just to count back 1. That way you're not counting to large numbers as you're going along these scales. Now, for your assignment this week, you're supposed to be finding the midpoint of a couple of given numbers. So anytime we're looking for the midpoint of a fraction, all you have to do is double the denominator. So if we have 7/8, to find the midpoint of 7/8, it would just make it 7/16. Now we can't stay on this scale for this, so for this, right here would be our 7/8. Our 7/16 again would be just one line back from half inch, or you can count individually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we're looking for the midpoint of a whole number and a fraction, say we're looking for the midpoint of 2 3/4. So first we would find the midpoint of 2 would be 1, and the midpoint of 3/4, you double the denominator, that would be 3/8. So it would be 1 3/8 would be the midpoint of 2 3/4. Now some of these, if you go to if we're looking for the midpoint of 3 1/4. Now half of 3 doesn't fall into an even number, so the midpoint of 3 1/4 would be, midpoint of 3 would be 1 1/2. The midpoint of 1/4 would be 1/8. So you'd go to 1 1/2 and then go 1/8 after that, and you would have 1 5/8. I hope this clears up some of the confusion. Some scales, like on a machinist ruler, will go a little bit more fine. So the ones that we have in the engineering room do have 30 seconds from 0 to 1 inch. And then they go to 16ths from 1 the whole way to 12. And then it says inch here. Now it doesn't label this 30 seconds and 16ths, but you can count them within each of the whole inch amounts. And on this side we have millimeters, so this is metric. So here at 10 millimeters would be 1 centimeter. All right, hope that clears up any confusion anyone has.